Viewer discretion is advised.
One of these days, I'm going to get that transition exactly as it should be. Happy Thursday. You're listening and or watching Pwnecast. This is episode 236. We are in patch 8.1. Tonight, we are going to be talking about all the happenings around Azeroth. This does, of course, include the goings-on with the World First Race. It's been a little intense, to be perfectly honest, at least with this last sprint on the final boss. We're going to talk about that. Raid reaction talk. I feel like it's important that we talk about what the raid looks like, because I think there's a general consensus on how awesome this raid is. I know for me personally, I dig it. Also, guys, we're waiting for cool Terran humans. Am I the only one? Because I'm sick of waiting. So we're gonna rant about that just ever so slightly. And what exactly do the old gods have in mind? What are they doing? What do they want? Why are they here? And can they be bought with either tacos, hookers, blow, or a combination of the three? We're going to talk about that and much, much more, so make sure you guys stay right here.
In 2014, a crack commando unit was banned from trade chat for comments they didn't make. These men and women promptly escaped from the Stormwind stockades to the Ironforge underground. Today, still hunted by the trolls of trade chat, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, then maybe you can hire the Pwnecast. Leader and brains of the operation, it's Belle.
I want tacos so bad.
Betrayer of the priestly order and huntard extraordinaire, it's Remedies.
Then how did you eat it in the first place?
With the Pwnecast team assembled, let the battle for Azeroth begin.
That was interesting. Let me unmute. Good old Rem here. And then
What?
I'm gonna figure this life out. I promise. I'm in the life figuring out stages. Welcome back if you are new to Pwnecast. My name is Belle, and with me is my co-host. The co-host with the... I don't got nothing this week. It's Remedies.
Howdy ho.
Welcome to what is sure to be a grand event.
Oh yeah.
Guys, I just want you to know that I was looking at our raid score. So I was having a conversation with Secret Sauce earlier in regards to our raid rank, I guess is what. I don't really know. We're like world 13,000, like 247-ish in the ranks. Guys, that's not a lot. Like, we're closing in on the top spot, like super soon. I don't know if you guys know. But we're going to be, you know, with the likes of the best of them soon.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not the best of them, but I mean with them in general. But let's talk about what's going to be happening for Tuesday the 5th for the weekly reset. Weekly event is going to be the Pfa Dungeon Event. Super easy. And when you go in, the final boss on each dungeon does award an additional item.
Yay, more loot.
The thing to know is if you don't get anything, at least you may or may not get something. I don't actually know if... I feel like none of their algorithms of stuff actually work the way it's intended. So...
Is it ever?
Don't take my word for it because I'm not 100% sure. But,
I'm not a mathematician, so...
Yeah, I don't do numbers either. I can add, like, X amount of tacos costs X amount of dollars, but that's...
No, I just focus on the amount that I can eat. When it goes into the price, I'm like, okay, I'm lost.
I try to just make sure that my account is not in the negative when purchasing. Because that's really, you know, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Oh, the brawl for next week is going to be Deep Wind Dunk. Not my particular cup of tea, mostly because I haven't had a lot of good experiences inside the brawl itself. Doesn't mean it's not good, just means I haven't found any value there. which is fine. I don't need value.
Well, when they add objectives that don't really bring the group together, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, when you have other objectives to do on top of that objective, it has to kind of coincide with each other. Like adding an effect like the gravity lapse, that's a good mixture of, you still have the objectives to do with the control points, but it adds like a twist into it.
I feel like it doesn't necessarily work if you're not a team player. There's a lot of people who just like to run and gun, but I feel like maybe people haven't figured out exactly what the strategy should be for teamwork. It's not my particular fun, though. I don't like that Battleground specifically on a good day that isn't a brawl, right? And the only reason why is because I think I like it, but the fundamental kind of like the backbone of all strategies, there's usually like a one or two main strategies that you want to go for, especially given your comp in randoms. A lot of stuff is contingent on healers and, you know, maybe how much of what else you have. But I feel like the problem there is you're relying a lot on people to know things. But if it's good and everybody's on point with what they're supposed to be doing, the Battleground is really fun. But when people are licking windows and not paying attention to even just a basic strategy besides cap a base and then leave it. It seems to be the...
Well, there's a lot of space in between the 3 points on Deepwind Gorge. So that might play into the fact that maybe you don't like that as well. Because you have 2 people that go north, and then they complain that no one went with them when everyone went mid, and then some people go south. It's just it's a shit show sometimes.
Well, and really, 2 to 3 people should go to Panda, and the rest should Zerg mid. Once you have mid and top, then you can send a few, preferably a stealth class, with some backup to, what is it, Goblin? No.
Yeah, it's Goblin and Panda.
And then just put pressure there to force them to stay there and defend versus them just getting pissed. Like if I'm on Alliance, say, they kind of get mad that they don't have mid. But, I mean, it's when people don't listen and then we cap, right? And then everybody leaves. It's the same thing in Arathi. We cap LM and then everybody just leaves. No one stays, ever.
Well, what I've always done is like a cap LM and then glide down to Blacksmith.
Right, that's pretty common. Except people do that sometimes, but they all leave instead of leaving someone there. Everybody leaves. Problem there is personal ownership, guys. If you're a class that's meant to stay at a base, then you need to be that class and you just stay at the fucking base. If you're not a class that's not meant to stay at the base, then you don't need to worry about it. But
well, the problem is a lot of people don't know what classes are good for keeping bases. We should do a Battleground classroom.
Yeah, the only problem with that is I feel like, I don't know, once you start doing stuff like that, everybody has an opinion, and then you're fighting with people on the internet.
I mean, it's not really opinion when the majority would be doing that same kind of system, but...
I suppose. But there's always the group that knows better. And there's always that guy on the internet that's like, I can tell you how to do it better. I'm not bitter, guys. There's no bitterness here. This is just, you know, this lives in the land of reality, really. Dark Moon Fair is going on from the 2nd to the 9th, so take advantage of that for reputations. And this is also, it doesn't necessarily have to be inclusive of BFA reputations. If maybe you're new to World of Warcraft and you're leveling in Legion zones, or you're leveling in an older zone, or maybe you want to get some recipes from previous expansions that are gated behind rep, like Panda stuff, Inscription, and all that kind of stuff. I recommend using it for that purpose, specifically because you got to take advantage. And the Dark Moon Fair roller coaster's coming soon to a theater near you.
Wait, it's in theaters? That's weird.
I mean, kind of.
It could probably fit into IMAX.
Maybe. It might fit into an IMAX. I might be right. The Lunar Festival, which we briefly touched on it last week, in the sense of I mentioned it. That's how brief it was. I wanted to go over there's some new additions that I think I was looking for last week and I couldn't find at the time of the show. Yeah, Blow, you didn't know about the roller coaster?
Surprise.
I talked about it 2 weeks ago, question mark, maybe? Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he missed that one.
They put a roller coaster in. It's on PTR now. I mean, it's pretty legit. It's a roller coaster. Why wouldn't I want to be on a roller coaster in-game? They're putting all the things that I really enjoy in-game little by little. Whether it's like just things to look at or small things to interact with. If I could just get a taco stand, like a legit taco stand, or maybe like... I've been trying to think, it's not like they can really put like a taco truck, but maybe they could put like a taco barge or...
Why couldn't they? They have, they could have done something in the trade winds market because they have the pandas there with their stuff.
Yeah, it'd have to be like a taco cart, right? Like you couldn't really do a taco truck.
Yeah.
But what if there was like a taco barge? Is that a thing? You know, in Fifth Element, the Chinese takeout guy flies to your window on his like his airboat.
Yeah, if that existed, I would.
Yeah.
That would be all bad.
Can you imagine how great life would be if there was just a dude?
Oh yeah, and you put a little capsule in the microwave and chicken comes out.
I feel like that's weird, but convenience is like priceless, right? So I don't know that I would say no to that, but I would love for deliveries to be airborne and for them to just like fly right up to my window and prepare me fresh tacos. I would literally pay all the money in the world. There would be... I did try to get them to put Belle's Taco Stand in there. They don't see the value there, guys. And sometimes it's up to us to show Blizzard the value of putting Belle's Taco Stand in there.
That makes me curious now. Like, what other cuisines or types of food don't they have in the game? Because it's pretty extensive with the food that they did for like Half-Hill and stuff.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of food references I don't necessarily get culturally. Not for any other reason other than like I have been the Italian way and I've been, you know, the Mexico way. Outside of that, there's some random places I've been in between, you know, Arabic food and all of that, but I don't really have like a wide food cultural repertoire.
Well, I mean, kebabs are, I don't know which culture, but it's like Middle Eastern. So I mean, yeah,
it is Middle Eastern, although I think the white man stole
it's
the kebabs and kind of labeled it as their own creation, which is kind of sad, guys. We should really stop appropriating culture. Just saying. My chair feels like I lowered it because I was doing a video and I feel like I'm miniature. Guess you guys wouldn't know.
As opposed to...
Well, as opposed to like, you know, being tall. Sometimes...
I wonder what that's like. Shit.
I know. I really am interested in what that would be in reference. So let's
like
talk
if
about...
I can just be Siric's secret height at 5'10", perfect. But yeah, no, let's go on.
I don't know. Secret looks short to me, which is really funny because he isn't.
Yeah, no, he's he's tall.
I throw him in like the short guy gang.
Wow.
Maybe.
It's a fucked up gang.
Question mark. Yeah. So I don't even really know if we're gonna have a ton of watchers tonight because I don't know about you guys, but I've been glued to Twitch for 2 days because of the world first race. So I don't blame a lot of you for taking a break and catching this on the YouTube flip side because I'd probably do the same. But let's talk about Lunar Festival. So they did add 7 new toys. And there is, you buy them, you know, with the Coins of Ancestry, which you need this, giving the coins to all the places around Azeroth. What are you doing? You're like saluting, right? Or you're paying respects. I don't forget what you're actually...
Yeah, you have to pay your respects to the elders and all that good stuff.
If you're working on What a Long Strange Trip, even if you think you're not going to do What a Long Strange Trip, just do this anyway, because you could throw in Netflix in the background and just go from place to place to place. But, you know. I do put it on YouTube. It's difficult because we're in so many different areas. It's hard to kind of track viewership. The only one steady thing for viewership I've been able to gauge that people actually are still listening and watching after all these years is the downloads, the audio downloads. So, well, not specific to downloads, but the audio listens via the iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, Spotify, all those things. That's the only way I'm kind of able to accurately gauge consistency, because Twitch, if you're not signed in, it doesn't show as a view. So there could be 45 people lurking around taking weird screenshots and taping them to dolls in their bed of Rem's face. And we would never know, because Twitch, you have to be logged in for the view to count.
Why would you want to ruin a perfectly good doll with my face, though?
Maybe it's like a Chucky doll, right? That's not cute for anyone.
You're
Everything
right.
is an
That's
improvement.
more realistic.
Yeah, everything is an improvement for that type of doll. I think you'd be surprised what people do. You know, nothing really shocks me anymore in the realm of people. I'm going to be super honest. Okay, so the costumes or the new toys, I don't even know.
Well, their recolors are the one.
Yeah, it's just recolors of the dragon, but I guess.
But they look nice, so.
Maybe.
I want that green one.
Maybe they. I want the crown of dark blossoms. Can that be a thing for me? Because I feel like that's kind of like my.
It says it's a dark circlet of unlucky flowers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, maybe not. I'm not super unlucky. Maybe the crown of prosperity. Will that help lower my bills?
No.
Oh.
It would give you more money to pay for those bills, though. So.
Would it, though? Because you know, more money, more problems. I was explaining to somebody the other day, making more money is not great. People think it's awesome. It isn't. Everything rises when you make more money, including your tax bracket.
Oh, yeah. Tax brackets, yeah.
It's not good. You need a happy medium of in between poor and moderately doing okay and can buy tacos on Fridays. Like, you need that happy balance. If you upset that balance ever so slightly because you get a little too ambitious in your life's work.
So would that be the lower or the middle spectrum of like the middle class? Or just right on the cusp of the poor and middle class?
I don't actually know. Like, I tell people all the time, I make great money. You don't know I make great money because I have kids. Once you have kids, especially more than one, you have an illusion that you make great money because your direct deposit hits, and then it's awesome. And then 60 seconds later, you pay all your bills, and it's not great.
Mm.
But I mean, I'm also very immature when it comes to my spending, which I'm really not, but I really am. Like, I'll buy some dumb shit and then bitch about the budget the next day for no particular reason, just because. Though my husband's worse than me because he gets hit by those aisles, like in Walgreens or like the clearance section in Walmart, and then he brings home all this weird shit under the guise of it's everything you've always never knew you wanted. It's life here, guys. Okay, now that you got your life lesson. Let's, I don't think there's anything else that's important outside of add those toys. I mean, toys, you get achievements for toy collections. A lot of people are completionists, so now's the time for you to take advantage of that and do the things. Do the honoring of the elders with the Coins of Ancestry. There is a add-on that is, it's candy buckets, but it's an addendum.
For the old people.
It's an addendum to Candy Bucket, so it's like a plugin within a plugin, question mark. You need Candy Buckets as the base, and then there's specifically one for this, similar to, you know, going and taking all the candy from each candy bucket. Really easy. I mean, it doesn't take that much time, and it's really good for newer people to do as well. If you came maybe last expansion, or if you're relatively new in the sense of the last year or two, there's probably a lot of places that you haven't been. And I think that that's what makes some of these events that require you to kind of go all around the world, I think that's kind of their purpose, is to get you to see things that you probably wouldn't have seen before. So.
You know, you'll definitely see things like that you've never seen before because, like you said, if they're new, then you didn't see how it used not how it used to be, but there's just so much of the world that you can see.
The Kieran Tor pub crawl. Did you take advantage of that, Rem?
No, I have not.
Oh, that's sad. Weren't you looking forward to it?
I was, but I've been busy Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, and then I was in bed all day today.
I did some things. I was pretty happy. I think I missed maybe like 1 or 2 pubs in my list of rotation, but it was less buggy.
Pubs, or is it the same set?
Same, but it's new because it's different.
More fluid.
Yeah, it was less buggy, which was nice.
Yeah.
I think they had a chance to kind of.
I remember we got stuck or something other.
If you do any kind of, if you're a crafter, there's festival clothing that you can get from tailoring. There's engineering schematics that you can get, which is great because who doesn't like engineering schematics? And then as with all of the major world events, you can get the heirloom upgrades with the currency for this event. So yeah, go and do that. I'm just checking to make sure I didn't miss anything, but I think that's...
Yeah, especially the crowns, the costume, and
pretty much everything that's important. Not a whole lot of like super big updates, but I mean, at least it's something, and something's better than nothing. I think. I don't know, guys. I'm actually guessing here. I don't know if something's better than nothing. Let's see. LFR Wing 2 is going to be the 12th of February, which I'm going to remind you guys again next week. But if you guys were expecting it to be like Tuesday for this reset, it's not going to be the case.
Yeah, it's every 2 weeks, yeah.
Which, I mean, Blizzard's saving us from ourselves there. Because we'll gobble up that content faster than we should. It's your dog's birthday. How do you know when your dog's birthday is? Are you guessing that it's your dog's birthday? Are you assuming?
I bet he got one of those pedigree things and like, oh, it's probably within these days.
What's that?
What?
A pedigree thing. What's that mean?
It shows you like their ancestors and the breed of the dog. So like for instance, Vic, it would show like, oh, he's 50 pit, 50 this.
Is it like the humanancestry.com that's really code for that's the government trying to get everybody's DNA that they don't have?
Well, yes and no, but it's a lot easier to determine the breed of a dog than our background.
Yeah, because we sleep around through history, guys. History has taught us nothing else except we get around. As a species. Like, we're not at all particular. Even the racists and fanatics throughout history were not at all particular. I'm just throwing that out there. I know you guys live in a bubble, but they slept with everybody. And to be fair, like, back then I probably would too. What else did you have to do? There wasn't TV without Wi-Fi or something to do. You kind of had to invent your own games. I'm not opposed to that. That doesn't bother me. I'll invent my own series of things. So, yeah, that's interesting for dogs. I'd like to know how old Vic is officially. That would be nice. Oh, yeah, guys. In case you're wondering. Let's see what they've hotfixed, right?
Yeah, I'm waiting in suspense.
Well, so the hotfixes, I don't think... There isn't really anything important except there's some small class tuning that I think was to fix some issues, minus Arms Warrior. Some of their damages went up by 8%. I don't think there's anything. Oh, they did a little buff to marksmanship. I don't know what they're saying by it's been a bit low. I mean, I feel like marksmanship has been in a little bit of a struggle point for a while. But then again, I haven't played marksman. I haven't played hunter in expansion, so.
Yeah, it's not like the top, but it's been in a rut for a minute.
Kitty said, I'm going to be driving. I'll talk to you guys later. Well, please don't Twitch and drive because it's dangerous. And, you know.
Twitch and drive?
I mean, I have the thing. So if I'm listening to, like, for the World First Race, when I go into my car, my Bluetooth through the car takes over the volume and stuff. But, yeah, don't Twitch and drive. It's dangerous out there. Some tweaks to Lady Jaina. Why aren't they just calling her Lord Admiral? Isn't that her official title now? Isn't Lady like...
Yeah, but that would be an extremely long title. Lord Admiral Jaina Pradmore.
But hasn't she earned it?
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's... I don't know. Because, I mean, she's royalty, so it's lady in their culture. But, I mean, she is Lord Admiral, but you'd still introduce yourself to her and say, my lady, I guess. I don't know.
If I'm Lord Admiral...
In a military situation, I guess you could say Lord Admiral.
Listen, if I'm Lord Admiral, everybody, including my husband, better call me Lord Admiral. None of this lady business. Like, I earned a title, and I'm going to need... to be called that as such. The thing I have about it, like, so lady speaks differently, especially like in older society, like old Victorian societies or, you know, king and queen societies and things like that. Lady, like, I don't know. I just feel like she deserves... I never thought I would say this, guys. I never thought I would come to Jaina's defense. However, I mean, she's proven to be quite the... non-dreadlord.
Well, I mean, yeah, she's not a dreadlord, but at the same time, it's... Well, the label Lord Admiral in Kulteris is a lot like saying king or queen. So, I mean, it's multiple titles rolled up into one.
Exactly. That's
it's
why
like
they should be
Commander-in-Chief of the Kulteris Navy.
Like, don't call me ma'am. Don't call me lady. Call me Lord Admiral.
I mean, in one of the cinematics, her brother says, yes, Lord Admiral. So, I mean, people...
Yeah, because even her brother knows. Like, even my dog would call me Lord Admiral if I had that title because, like, guys, titles are hard to come by. And she's been many titles to me over the course of the last 8 or 9 years. Not all of them
most
good.
of them are derogatory.
Yeah, no, they were not all great. I openly admit that I was a huge Jaina hater. I think this expansion was great for that perspective. But watching the fight has been interesting, even though I haven't really got to see it past, I think, second phase, question mark. I have to look at my notes. But I'm kind of excited to see what that looks like. Random tweaks to different things, like everything. It's so weird. The random updates are just weird. Yeah.
You also have stuff for the traits and there's just different spells, looks like.
Listen, I am. I mean, let's just admit it, Angie. You know, a year ago, Jaina was questionable at best as to what type of person she was because she was saying, I'm a diehard warrior and I stand for alliance, blah, blah, blah. But her actions were showing that she was just a bitter hoe who was probably sleeping with too many people at once and probably couldn't balance that because that's stressful. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
So yeah, she was bitter, but she wasn't a hoe. There's only been like maybe 3 characters in the story.
How do you know? How do you know who she slept with?
I mean, we can't assume anything.
Why?
Because we don't know the story. But it's just been like Arthas and what's his fucking name? I just based on his name, but the blue dragon aspect dude. He's half elf. Caligos.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like it.
Not Ren?
Varian? No.
That's weird. Spoiler alert. He's really Anduin's mom.
Okay.
Guys, come on. That would be a really good twist, would it not? right? Would that not be a good twist? No? Would anybody expect that?
I didn't say Malagos. I said Calicos. Calicos.
Would anybody expect that?
I mean, no one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
I'm just saying. I saw the way she looked at Rin, okay? I'm just saying. I saw it. I'm not the only one that saw it. That's why there's memes out there.
There's also memes of Anduin and Sylvanas. So, I mean, you can't really base it off memes.
You know, that tale it's a story as old as time. Although sometimes it's in reverse. It's the bad guy and the good girl. But I mean, that specific landscape that they paint there with those memes, they're not that far off as far as a compelling backstory, which at this point it's cliche, so I don't really foresee that happening, to be perfectly honest. But
I could make a compelling backstory of Anduin and Gen or Rathian. Rathian actually makes more sense than anything else. They were alone together quite a bit during Pandaland.
Who? Gen?
Anduin and Rathian.
Anduin and Wrath? What are you saying to me right now?
Anduin and Rathian hung out a lot during
Here's the
Pandaland.
thing, guys. You know I love all people and all of their life choices. But we need heirs. We don't have time for this trying to explore shit. He's got to do that shit in college. I'm just throwing that out there. We need heirs.
He's like, what, 16, 18? Not even 18, actually.
We need heirs. We got to have people to pass this throne
we need heir?
Yeah, we need that. So just...
Like H2O or O2?
Like, we need that, just so we're clear. We need that badly.
I'm
going to need him to do all his exploring on the down low or something if that's the case. And I'm supportive. I will totally support.
I mean, it's not uncommon for in ancient times for kings to have...
That's okay. I don't
that
mind.
were actually men. Wait, what would you call that if it's... Because you have like your maiden, which would be like your side piece.
No,
what would be
that's not
a
what
guy?
they're not, maidens are not what they're called. They're called
not
mistresses.
maiden, mistress, that's sorry. Would it be a mistress?
I don't know. The current term is down low, so I'm not really sure. I don't really know. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure the term is down low. I don't actually know what that is for. I have no idea. It's a good question, though. Well,
I'll have to make one up.
I don't think... Is there a term for that?
I'm trying to...
I don't think there's a term for that because, like, women aren't allowed the same privileges as men when it comes to, like, the royal court and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
Like, it's looked at as a sign of your virility and your power by having multiple mistresses. And it's even a sought-after role as the female to be the official royal mistress. What? Guys, can our women please have some fucking ambition? How is a female's ambition
that's what they're ambitious about. They want to be the main piece out of the 7.
That's what you get the ring. You don't get the...
Talk to Utah, Jesus.
It's just so terrible that that's the society we grew from. Like, this was actually real life where that, you know, you were... For men, it was totally okay, but if the woman, you know, if the queen stepped out,
yeah, then it's sacrilege, yeah.
It was there, we were cutting off heads left and right because, God forbid, women play by the same rules. But
okay, Richard.
It just makes me really sad that those are women's aspirations to be the... I guess you have to start somewhere. So an aspiration is just that, an aspiration. But I do, you know, I've going through kind of the story with Jaina. I can understand her PMS. I can understand things that she's done in the manner in which she's done them that's frustrated me. I get her deep past and all of that. But I'm now seeing the Jaina that I wish I could have seen 3 expansions ago, because I probably have a different like viewpoint. But I think that's probably kind of a tribute to Blizzard storytelling, because they're really good about making you feel a certain emotion about someone and then a series of events kind of changing that emotion, which I think is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I still hate Sylvanas, but I've been thinking about this a lot. So I don't hate her as much because I don't think she's responsible for what she's doing. But I'm not the only, I think the whole world pretty much.
What do you mean she's not responsible?
I don't think she's responsible for what she's doing.
Someone's controlling her hand?
I mean, kind of.
Who would be controlling her hand?
The Void?
I mean, she's utilizing it, but doesn't work like that.
How do you know what it works like? Do you work for them?
Yeah.
How does anybody know? Nobody knows. Blizzard's making this shit up as they go. We have no idea. But I don't really believe that she's fully in control. I've been thinking about it, and the only reason I've been thinking about it a lot lately is because somebody commented on the YouTube. Actually, I want to pull that up. But somebody had reminded me of something that I kind of forgot about. So this whole time, like, I've danced with the idea that it's possible that there is an outside force here. Obviously, you know, we know the old gods are involved. Zoth is... That guy is just fucking running around doing whatever he wants. But... Somebody reminded me about Sylvanas landing on the Serenite. So not Void, but Old God. I actually didn't remember.
Well, Old God is Void.
Well, aren't they different, though? Like, you can have one Old God that isn't the Void?
No, they're manifestations of the Void.
Oh, they're all the Void.
Void Lord sent them into the Great Dark, and the 5 of them crashed down into Azeroth.
I need to meet that guy. I forgot that she had landed on that.
What do you mean landed?
Like, she landed on the Serenite. I was just, my nose itched and I didn't want to pick it. I was trying to be respectful. But I've been thinking about it because, not just for Blizzard's storytelling, which I think my original theory on Sylvanas was Blizzard's going to kill her off. And the only way to successfully kill off somebody with Sylvanas's popularity is to either make her a martyr or to make her hated before they take her life. So that was kind of like my original thought process, but I don't think that anymore. I don't think they're going to kill her.
Maybe not kill her, but definitely maybe put her on, not like the sideline, but...
I don't think she's going to be Horde after this expansion.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in prison, I guess, right? When I say kill, obviously I know that...
well, as long as she has her Valkyrie, she's immortal, but she's possible to kill her.
But even if, like, they just imprison her. I mean, I heard...
that worked out really well for Illidan.
But it did look how great it worked for Illidan. He got to sleep through a lot of bullshittery.
Oh, you're right.
And then, here he is. Like, he got to sleep through a lot of crap, and...
Well, he wasn't sleeping, but he was locked away for 10,000 years, and he wakes up, and now he has his own little... Well, he's kicking ass still, so...
Like, what do you do if you're in a glass case of emotion permanently?
You don't drink milk during the summer.
Yeah, the living conditions in the prison systems in Azeroth isn't the best.
You know, they don't have a good track record. You have the Night Elves locking Illidan for 10,000 years. You've got all the orcs that were doing Hold Keep, and they broke out. And then you have the Defias Brotherhood and Stormwind. They get fucked over. And if you're a prisoner in Azeroth, you're doomed.
You're doomed, but they'll make it really easy for you to get out one day. You know, on Austin Powers, when they're always in, like, the almost death situations, but yet there's always, like, this easy way for them to get out. I think it was even joked about in the...
Are you doing anything with the infrastructure near you?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Because I was, my internet was down for like an entire day. I think it was Sunday. They were doing like a bunch of, I had a notification on one of my apps that was, they're doing.
Yeah, it's not Twitch at this point. I'm pretty sure it's me. I don't know if my husband's watching this, but if my husband is watching this, can you please call the internet people and find out what's going on? Okay, thanks. This happened to me yesterday. It kept disconnecting me randomly. I don't know I don't even know that it's really me. It might be Bertha, because there was a 24-hour period where her internet adapter wasn't working and everything was just...
That's weird.
Yeah, it's Windows. Whenever Windows updates stuff, I had to redo a method video because I updated Windows and it did weird stuff to my chat, to the audio. It like doubled all the audio. It was really weird. It's kind of
that's probably what's happening with your mic. Sometimes sounds different.
What does it sound like? It's probably because I have...
It sounds like you're away, like in a fishbowl, but not in a fishbowl. It's not like muffled. It's like you're just far away, and it sounds like a webcam mic. Not like right now it sounds good, but earlier before show started. That's why I was saying it sounded different. Either way. Why are you watching 2 other streams, huh, Blow?
So, guys, I'm going to do my best to just to get through the show because I don't want to have to keep disconnecting. And at this point, I already have to edit, and I'm irritated that I'm going to have to spend 6 hours editing. But, no, Warlocks can't be Kultiran, and it makes me super sad. I'm, like, really sad, actually. More sadder than I should be. But, let's talk about something fun, shall we? Guys, here's the question. When will tanks be removed from PvP?
Never.
When pigs fly. I think you guys know where I'm going with this.
We had a swine flu before, so...
See? Metal already knew it. When pigs fly. Guess what, guys? They fucking do. Let me pull up this video. Now, I don't normally do this for mount videos, especially ones that you purchase, but there's 2 reasons that I wanted to do this.
Because it's funny.
Sea-Doo has been getting mad at tanks in general, and he really should. They need to start...
Oh, yeah, I saw him raging at the... Yeah, no, the prop paladins are insane right now.
The more they rage about this situation in an arena perspective, the more Blizzard will lock it down. That's why I don't mind these guys being like this on the internet. But here's the... I stole this from Blizzard's website.
Is it really him flying, though? Because, I mean, he has an apparatus that allows him to fly.
Who even says apparatus?
He has a device on his shoulders that allows him to fly.
Now, listen. There's a lot of stuff on the internet since yesterday. These people, when World of Warcraft, when their Twitter account posted this, so much fucking garbage and throw up on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, no, I looked at the video on the YouTube, and that's the most ratio from dislikes to likes I've ever seen. It's crazy.
Guys, why are you subscribing? Why are you following? Why are you on Twitter? Why don't you go the fuck home? I have a game for you, and it's for these people that are like, why does this mount bother you? You have a choice. You buy it, you don't. Is it negatively impacting your day? And then somebody posted a thing like, if you buy this mount, you're part of the problem. Guess what, motherfuckers? I'm part of the problem because this flying pig is going to be a part of my collection.
Whoa, that's acting a little hostile right now. I'm a little...
No. I want people to understand they're mad it's not a mount in-game to go towards.
Yeah, the people are complaining that it's not attached to the Lunar Festival.
We have a ton of mounts to work towards, guys. You're not without. You're not suffering. You're not in mount welfare line trying to get mount food stamps. I don't know if that's a thing, but if it is, you're not.
Can that be a thing? I could use some mounts.
It's a flying pig, guys. Give $25 to have the flying pig. If you don't like flying pigs, don't get it. But guess what? I'm getting it. Like, I 100% am. I have a token in my bag that I'm either going to use for the pig or I'm going to use it for game time, whichever comes first.
I mean, I like bacon.
Right. You get to fly bacon. Who doesn't want to... I mean, I'd rather eat the bacon, but it's a fucking flying pig with golden wings. Like, I'm all over that. Something about Belle being on a fat pig... just like cruising through the air.
You're in it like a pig and shit?
Yeah, but we're gonna be unlocking flying soon. What they said 8.1.5, right? I think was the timetable given, or was it 8.2?
It was when the new zone Space Nav. Yeah, 1.5 or something other.
So someone on Twitter said, in that fucking shit show comments on the thread, if you buy this mount, you're part of the problem. I said, your mom's part of the problem.
She had you. Oh.
And I was like, boom, touche. To be fair, it was pre-coffee, and I was already irritated. So, like, I'm reading this, and I'm like, wow, guys. I think people just want to bitch for no reason.
Is it pronounced touche or touche?
It's touche. But the question is, who's getting it? Who's getting this mount? Who?
Not I.
I'm getting it. Now, the other offset to that is that I don't know if you guys are aware. Blizzard has to make money, guys.
The hell you say? They're a business and they are in it for money.
Blizzard has to make money, and I just want to hit you with some more reality. They don't owe you shit. You got, of course. Of course, behind every fucking idiot on the internet, I swear to God, this guy is literally right there with the fucking cattle prod. Now, before I say something that I can't say because of my association with Method, I'm gonna just let you all think what's in my brain, because I don't really have to say any more than that, but I'm trying to get right with the Lord, and I can leave it at that. Everybody already knows. Here's the thing. Blizzard has to make money. Do you think they're making money off subs? No, they're not making money off subs. There isn't money to be made there. I think the Blizzard heyday as far as World of Warcraft and it being like a huge cash cow just isn't a thing anymore. And I'm okay with that. I will skate off of Overwatch's success and their money. I don't have a problem with that.
Oh, wait, do you play Lucio then?
No, but I'm just saying, like, I will take that from their business side of it. Like, cool, you keep doing your thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a problem with them putting mounts in there for me to purchase. They give me more than enough in-game for me to go after. There's so many fucking mounts now that I don't have the time nor the will to want to go and get them all. Period.
Yeah, that's my problem. Like, there's so many mounts that I want, and it's kind of like there's just so much time required that it's like,
Like, I don't know how to get people to understand. At least they're not selling items that let you win.
Yeah, it's not something that furthers your progression in anything, so...
It's a cosmetic item, technically, right? Because it's a mount.
Yeah.
You don't have to have it. You don't need it. It isn't hurting anyone because it's $25, which, again, so that I can bring you guys down to perspective. It's free if you hustle in-game.
Yeah, you can buy tokens, yeah.
So, what's the fucking problem? What is the problem?
It's the previous whining.
I haven't been able to get one person to articulate the actual problem or the reason they are angry at really Blizzard at this point, because it doesn't have anything to do with WoW.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't been able to get anyone to give an explanation that isn't from someone's fucking stream that was regurgitated, because we took that as the gospel and we ran with that gospel. So what you poison the well, little by little it trickles down. Shit rolls downhill, guys. We know that's how it works.
What they need to do is add something substantial in the store, like those cosmetic helms. More of those, please. That's the plot twist. They removed them so they could add new ones. So
I agree. I think that there should be more mounts for Mythic Pluses. I think there should be, I mean, RBG's kind of...
It falls into rated...
There's vicious
arena,
everything these
yeah.
days for mounts. So I don't think necessarily that's the
Wow.
case. But I just don't... Exactly. I don't particularly like... Okay, so here's the thing about microtransactions, guys. I'm going to be super honest. If there's something that I want, I'll buy it.
It's different from typical microtransactions because microtransactions in like an MMO world where it's free to play, they put in like catch-up mechanics where you can buy in-game gems or resources and stuff that actually furthers your progression, whereas these aren't something that hurts you. It's just 100% cosmetic.
Right. If it was helping give a person an edge where I had to work hard for it. Like I play a mobile game, and the mobile game I play, it's 100% pay to win. And if you're not spending large amounts of money, like it's going to be a bad day for you in game. Now I have a nice balance of the in between, but I just am smart and I wait for shit to be on sale and I spend only my little tiny little budget that I give for that. But it's not like we're being bound to anybody else's hard work or and nobody's able to circumvent that. I don't feel like, I think as long as Blizzard's steadily balancing, I think it's okay. Guys, perspective. They're not selling a means for you to push ahead of other people. They're just selling a fucking pig with wings, guys. It's a pig with wings.
So I will admit, when they have the really nice looking eccentric mounts only in the store, then I kind of get annoyed, but at the same time it's not hurting me. That's just more of my personal opinion. It's not gonna kill me to have that, but
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess you can buy gear from the auction house, which you could get with gold by selling, what do you call it, the tokens. That still work though. I don't know if y'all realize it. That shit ain't hustling. That's a 9 to 5.
yeah.
So we're clear. That's a 9 to 5. You're still having to do things to get it. And I don't think the tokens are worth that much to make it a game changer in terms of being able to buy your power, essentially, when it comes to gear.
Yeah.
Because the gear in the auction house is always going to be limited to a certain degree. And you're not going to get... It'd be different if they sold, like
if you can buy the
quality.
Bruto from the store.
Yeah.
Well,
like mythic quality.
Like
but I think we're perspective, and we should be glad that it's one and not the other. And yes, I do agree. I think there should probably be some additional mounts and stuff, but I mean, there's already a lot of mounts. There isn't a lack of mounts. They reskin them bitches every...
Yeah, look at my 7 boars and my 9 horses.
Right. I have the fell boar, which I think that is like my 6th or 7th boar. Yeah. And I can't tell you why I wanted it, except it was... I think this was Draenor. Tanan
yeah, no,
Jungle.
WoD was when all the boars were...
It was Tanan, though, right?
Tanan, yeah, that was the fell boar, but they had like the one where it was like from Frostfire Ridge... They had one from the other zone, so there's all like
I have the frost boar. I have the frost and the fell.
Yeah, I don't mind those. As long as they look fun and unique, I'm down. Like I have one of my favorite mounts is the Dread Raven, where it's that no, it's not the Dread Raven. It's the same model as it, but it's the green where you bought it like 180 Apexis crystals. Those goddamn Apexis crystals.
The hippo griff is the hippo and the griff, in fact. Put those together, and I want each of those anyway. I like all the different hippogriffs. I don't really mind the reskins on those things, because sometimes different color choices is better.
That reminds me, I still owe you Long Forgotten.
You do owe me a Long Forgotten, you son of a bitch. He's like the guy we boost over the wall, and he's supposed to go around and unlock the door, but instead he goes through the other side and steals the treasure. I do want a taco mount. What do you suppose it could be? Maybe a taco truck could be like the mount.
Yeah, it'd be like a taco cart. You'd have a chauffeur driving it around, and then you'd be in the back. Or you drive an actual taco.
Or maybe like a little abuela who just sits in there making tacos. Do you feel like that they would do that? Probably not.
That's racist.
No, that isn't racist. That's reality, guys. That's literally reality. That would be pretty awesome, actually. I desperately, if Blizzard's listening to this,
Yeah, have like a horse cart with an abuela and making
if
tacos in the
maybe
back.
there's a random like Blizzard guy whose job all day is to just watch random shit that people say about Blizzard on the internet, right? And maybe this is on your... I don't actually know. I can tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see if this will load. I don't know that this is gonna load. Like, this is literally killing the show. Like, I'm losing my patience. I don't know if anybody can... I don't know if you guys can hear me, guys. But here's what I'm going to do. I am going to pass off and let Rem talk about the... What are we talking about? We're talking about the next...
Stage 2.
The next 3 set of bosses. So while Rem is talking about the next 3 set of bosses, I'm going to call my ISP and get a mute. But I got to multitask. And guys, this is real life. When we chose to do this live, we knew that this was going to be a thing. So I'm going to let Rem do his thing. And, which I think we've actually killed. Opulence, didn't we? No.
No. We got close, though.
I was hallucinating? I was hallucinating. Oh, yes, yes. That's the treasure
Well,
day, right?
did you kill him on Monday, then? Or no?
No.
No.
There was like 47 wipes.
Oh.
Our tank kept dying.
Oh.
I'm not blaming you, Sketch. I know you're watching. I'm not blaming you. I'm not saying it was you.
I mean...
But there was a reason, and I think we probably weren't doing some mechanics, and it was forcing the healers to kind of, like, heal too much. But also, Mondays are the days when we're missing people, and it's really hard on the raid when we miss people, because then everybody else has to pick up the slack. But that's not a side dig, just so that everybody's clear. There's no... Bell's not throwing shade. I'm going to let Rem talk about Opulence. Ooh, Conclave of the Chosen. I didn't know that's what they were called. And then King Rastakhan.
Rastakhan.
I spoil alerted myself this morning. Yeah, it might be a net neutrality situation. Okay, Rem, can you tell me how to get this treasure from this giant thing of coins?
So yeah, Opulence is literally a giant thing of coins, gems, and other very elegant treasure. So it's an enchanted treasure. Rastakhan had his treasure enchanted hundreds, like 100-something years ago, because people were stealing his shit. And anyone who's ballsy enough to try and steal from the Zandalari, like, they deserve to be punished. So he made sure that happens. So it's been collected over the course of the Zandalari Empire. So that's even before Rastakhan, after Dazar came out of Nazmir in the swamps. So it's got a couple of centuries of worth of treasure in there. So yes, Opulence is very elegant. It's literally I don't know if it's like an enchanted to be like a elemental or what the deal is with that, but it is enchanted, and it's literally a pile of treasure that has sentience and will fuck you up. Aw, you're so sweet. So the Conclave of the Chosen, they are pretty much like the, I don't know the term for like religion, but they would be like the Pope of that specific Loa. So there's four Loas that are in this conclave, and they have their chosen popes, I'm going to call them now, in their respective locations. So you have Paku, which is a pterodax. He is the Loa of the winds. You have Gonk. He is a Loa of the hunts, and he is a raptor. And then you have Kimbul, which is a tiger, and he is a Loa of the beasts. And you have Akunda, Loa of storms. He is a thunder lizard. And so it's just different aspects of the Loa. I guess you could call it religion, but it's really cool stuff, because there's a lot of other Loas as well. And I don't know exactly why these are chosen in the Conclave of the Chosen, but they are pretty they're pretty special in the Empire of the Zandalari. And I'm curious why I don't know if they had Razan inside the Conclave before he died, and maybe they removed him, but these are the pretty important Loas. Yeah, no, Hani is the trash Loa. He's funny. And so the last one is going to be King Rastakhan. And as you complete the stage 1, because the Nelifar was opened up this week, so yeah, as you're walking up, King Rastakhan calls out to Bon Samdi and pretty much tells him, hey, you need to help us. If you help us, then we're going to be grateful to you forever. So he pretty much makes a pact with him to say, hey, we'll worship you and you'll be the chosen Loa forever if you help us. And that's what Bon Samdi wants. Like, he wants all the souls in the world. Like, for instance, before, what's his name? Vol'jin made a pact with Bon Samdi that any of the kills that he made during Pandaria actually was given to Bon Samdi. So he's just amassing all this power all these years. And you get a small taste of that. And as you're walking up to actually go up to Opulence, I believe it's Opulence, or it's just before. Yes, it's after the third boss of the first phase, of the first stage. And like, he raises all the dead bodies, and they're the new ads, and it's crazy. But so King Rastakhan chooses Bon Samdi because Razan is killed earlier in the story, and Rastakhan he was blessed by Razan with his life, so he's lived a lot longer than typical trolls would. And now we'll see what goes down with Bon Samdi after this, because we don't know who Bon Samdi actually serves. It's very sketchy, and I don't know if it's maybe the Void, might be N'Zoth, might be something we don't know, maybe something associated with the Shadowlands, because of the fact that it's he deals with death quite a bit. But I know this raid is, in terms of the story and just the fights and just everything in general, it's just amazing. Like, it's a good step in the right direction. But yeah. So like I was saying, shrimp is the fruit of the sea. But yeah, what's some of your guys' favorites? Not like story, but are you guys enjoying the raid and the fact that it's different? Yeah, no, I'm trying to. Yeah. Oh my God, hi Malu. I haven't seen that name in a long time. Feels bad, man. Oh well, I personally have gotten past Opulence, and work has cut into Mondays, but I really like the Chosen of the Light, the prelates and all that. It's a fun fight, and the story's cool because we haven't dealt with the Xanderlight Paladins in a long time. And they actually had a line, I don't remember who it was, but as you're walking up, one of the guys on the alliance says, Troll Paladins, now I've seen everything. It's pretty funny. Lots of stuff coming at you all at once. I haven't seen that fight, but sounds intense. And I've only heard good things about people that have cleared it and have been doing it consistently, so that's good. It's awesome. Yeah, I know it's intense. You have to split the raid up evenly, then you go on either side, and then you have to kill the guard and then get into the actual room where Opulence is. Like, it's intense for sure. Now, how is the Rastakhan fight? Like, does it actually deal with Bon Samdi, or because I haven't, full disclosure, I haven't looked at the videos, but like, is it dealing with Bon Samdi and Rastakhan? Like, how does that fight go? Really? With Megatorque? Interesting. Oh, it was a huge tank mechanic. Oh, we're going to have fun with that then. Oh, wait, we like we go to the Shadowlands?
I don't know if it's actually working. Is it working? Are we back on?
Seems so.
So tech support. Let me tell you what a shit show tech support is. Literally, my life is tech support. I'm literally the director of global tech support. I always start the tech support call off with, these are the things that I've already done in the last 24 hours to troubleshoot my problem. Every regurgitation you're going to read off some script, I'm going to tell you I've already done it because these are things I know what to do before I even bother picking up the phone and calling you people. So she asked me the same question 7 different ways, and it pissed me off. So I said, I'm going to need you to transfer me to tier 2 support because this is above your level of competency. I need you to put me to tech 2, tier 2, let me deal with tier 2. So then tier 2 says, well, can you tell me which devices in your home are having internet? You don't need to be fucking concerned with which devices in my home. You need to be concerned with the fact that Bertha is having an internet problem. I've already ruled out all the different various issues that could be my side. So I just need you to send a guy out here and fix my shit. So then she goes, well, let's try rebooting. We don't need to reboot. I've reboot. I'm not new. I know how to do things. She goes, well, maybe another one will help. I've already rebooted it twice. I go, I'm literally live right now. And my co-host, I left him to the water to kind of figure it out on his own, muted, because I had to stop what I'm doing to call you people. So then she goes, well, I can get somebody out Monday. Oh, no, bitch. You're going to get somebody out tomorrow. And when you send somebody out, I want you to send me out an actual technician and not a contractor. She goes, well, our contractors, I don't care. I want you to send me your actual technician. Do not send me no fucking flunky contractor. So then she goes, I don't think I'll be able to fit you in tomorrow. I'm pretty sure you can find a supervisor that can fit me in tomorrow. So she goes, give me just a second. So then she's like, okay, I can find you.
Then put you on hold, and then you find yourself talking to another person.
Here's the thing. She probably read in my file. I had a problem, and it was a really big one. And then I had a really, really large problem where I had like a year at the first house we moved to when we moved to this specific area. And for an entire year, they kept telling me there was no problem, and I was crazy. When they finally figured out the problem, like corporate was involved at this point. I took it all the way to the top because I think there was like 31 different home visits with different technicians, all just replacing arbitrary things and trying to charge me for it, only for me to find out that it was like one little tiny little cable in all the things in all the world that wasn't even related to my house. It was like at the main box hub. So, okay, but now that you guys have heard all about my drama, I don't know how I'm going to fix this. So if you guys are listening to this later, I'm sorry. I don't know how I'm going to be able to fix and make it feel like it was a whole show, because I don't even think I'm going to survive the evening, to be perfectly honest. But this has been happening since yesterday. It's literally been since yesterday. The internet is just taking a crap. So I'm just going to try to get through it. I was listening to part of that, and I had a dang question. I should have just unmuted and let you hear this lady listing off the...
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on?
I always disclose to them. I work in tech for a living. Here's the things I've already done. So put your script away. I don't need any of that. Let's start with, I need you to pull.
Funny that she said, let's try it again.
Yeah, I need you to start running a monitor on what my network is doing, because they have to physically open a monitor to check. to log it, because they don't log all of that stuff. They have to, tier 2 and tier 3 are the only ones here that can do that. I just wanted her to open a log so that tomorrow morning I could call and they could say, oh, we noticed this in your internet. But I just decided I'm not even going to deal with that. I'm like, just send somebody out. Let's just get it done. But, yay, hold on.
Donkey roll.
Donkey roll.
There's the word. Just I love it.
Let me see that donkey roll.
Okay. Oh, shit. Sorry. You almost got double time. I'm going to move quickly to wrap. I'm actually going to wrap the show a little early because I don't want to keep fighting with the internet. It stresses me out.
Yeah.
You guys now have to suffer with my wrath, and you've now seen my Karen wants to speak to the manager face. Very few people see that.
Gone.
Okay. What does I want to... Oh, let's talk about the World First Race. Now, I want to make sure that I preference what I'm going to talk about in regards to the World First Race appropriately, because although, obviously, I'm Team Method, right? That's no surprise. But I think it's also important. I know, right? I think it's important that you give respect and credit where credit's due. I respect the hell out of Limit. Limit's done a very good job of removing a lot of unsavories from their kind of their mix.
All that negative.
Yeah, there was a lot of questionable. Well, I mean, I'm questionable, but there was a lot of like super questionable versus just regular. I'm just regular questionable. I'm not like hide your kids questionable. I'm just regular questionable.
Just hide your moms, you know.
Right. But I respect them, and I love that they're making this difficult in the sense of it's really tense right now because we don't know who's going to win. I know that as of this moment, I don't know what the percentage is on how Limit has gotten, how far Limit has gotten. I don't know that anybody, maybe it's been posted, maybe somebody knows. I don't know that if I were Limit, I would say that, right? I wouldn't tell anybody because I'm trying to win this race. I do know that they had a super huge head start, and I know that true to Method form, like I woke up to my husband setting down my coffee and saying, Method's on Jaina. They're this far in. I think it was like first thing this morning, so I think they had only gotten to maybe 67% or something like that, which I love him because he just was ready. He knew exactly what I needed to hear first thing. My eyes were like, I barely opened my eyes, and he's like, Method's on Jaina. I had told him before I went to bed last night that Method would be on Jaina when I woke up because it doesn't matter how many bosses they're behind. Method always catches up. It doesn't matter which boss is their blocker. That doesn't matter. They'll always pass it. It just is what it is. So, yeah, no, he's not in Limit anymore, and I like Limit, and I like Limit because we got Trill, and Trill is Limit, so I am very careful to respect, you know, to just respect that. Like, I don't want to shit on Trill's guild. He's our hero. I need to keep... I don't want to end up in Trillville. That ain't nobody's friend. So, Method ended. 43% is the farthest they've been. And they're in phase 2. They were really tired. I think they even went at it like an hour longer than they normally do. But I think, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow. Like we've been talking like internally when we think it's going to happen, but I don't know. Jaina's it's a tough.
Do you think it'll be similar to Cahoon where once it reset?
There's like mirrors that you have to be close together but far apart, and you have to do these things with the mirrors, otherwise you take too much damage. And then there's like an ice wall, and then you Rochambeau, and there's other things that obviously obviously I'm not a professional here, right? So this is not a professional take. So, oh, I wanted to talk about pieces. So there's this EU guild.
Oh yeah, I saw something like that where they're like nobody, and then all of a sudden they're there.
I don't think that they're nobody. Like,
well, I mean, they're probably a collection of somebodies, but
that's what I was thinking.
Didn't Sko tweet about saying that they're a new guild?
Yeah, so I couldn't find anything because I did do a little bit of research because I was curious as to, like, who are these guys? Where did they come from? And I'm actually I had the page loaded up and now the page is gone, but let me find it. So these guys, they're already on the same level as Limit and Method. They came in for last tier. They were World 5th, I believe, for the second boss, which my links escaped me. Let me find.
They got top 5 for Cahoon.
Yeah, they got the fifth kill.
Mantors, they were top 6.
Yeah.
So they've been around since last expansion.
Let me find it. Yeah, so
But that's a big jump to go from like placing like 20th, the 23rd, 13th, and now they're top 3. That's crazy.
Well, Method Josh used to be in Pieces? Were they called something else before they were called Pieces? Because that's what I couldn't figure out. I tried to do some Raider.io research to see if I could, like, figure it out, but I didn't have any luck there, to be perfectly honest. Like, there was no luck. So I don't know. I'm trying to find, I had something pulled up where I had kind of pulled a little bit of their history, but I don't know. I'm looking. Oh wait, maybe this is it. This is probably it. Guys, we found it. We're okay. Let's see. Yeah, 6 for Antorus, 23 for Tumas Sargeras, 14 for Nighthold, 10 for Trial of Valor, 12 for Emerald Nightmare. So that's actually, I mean, that's... Lemley seems very familiar to me, and I'm not sure why. I know it's going to come to me. I suppose I could just ask. I try to stay out of, like, the Method staff Discord until after progression, because I don't even think Scott Reed's in there. I think he's, like, on a whole other level. Them being not by their home when they're raiding, especially, like, being in London. I'm sure Mom's doing a good job taking care of the boys, because that's what she does, but, like, Jari takes a lot of good care of Sko during raid time. Like, she makes his food and stuff, so he kind of doesn't have that.
Well, he probably got it.
I mean, I'm sure there's an intern somewhere going to get, you know, but I don't think anybody knows how to make his chicken and rice the way he likes it except for her. So, and let's be honest, guys, if we could have her make us food, you know, I would. One of these days, Scott's going to punch me in the face for my comments about her. He handles it really well. He's not even the least bit threatened. I think it's because his mustache is better than mine. Well, he doesn't really have a mustache anymore, but, like, back when him and I were fighting for her love, I think because his beard and stuff was better.
I don't think that happened.
He probably wasn't worried. He should be worried, though. Like, you should all be worried. So I'll take you, girl.
I don't think Sko's worried about anything.
I know. There's like there's no competition between him and I to compete for her affection. She's like 100%. I would need like...
They're definitely one of those like just meant to be things too.
Yeah. They complement each other very well. They're completely opposite. That's what makes it great.
But I mean, they're both pretty, so...
I know. It's ridiculous.
That's also because they're...
Again, she makes me feel physically inadequate. So...
Same thing for Sko for me.
Right. I mean, he also makes me feel physically inadequate, but she more so, I don't feel like a female standing next to her. I want to talk about the stream. I hope you guys have been supporting and watching the Method stream. Not because it's Method, but I think really the... Exposure. I think the... What?
Just getting exposure for this, building up the hype behind...
And it's tweaking things. So I have been messaging the ideas that I've had on things that they should address and adjust when it comes to the stream stuff visually. Some stuff that they're missing that should be there all the time for the stream. The casting isn't what I would say cutting edge all the time, but I like what Bay brings to the table. A lot of his explanations are a lot more technical, which sometimes I personally, as an individual, need to understand that, and I appreciate that. I don't know who started it, who started the stream, but he kept saying important, and he was saying important, and I couldn't handle it after like the 7th time in a row. I just literally...
Yeah, no, when people say a specific word wrong, you kind of...
Yeah, I couldn't. But I really, really liked when Preach came on. I appreciated, and you can kind of see Bay's different side, because Bay has a different side. You can kind of see Bay's different side when he's paired with somebody else. I love Preach. In fact, I would love to meet Preach one day, and I'm sure I could, but I haven't. But he's hysterical. Absolutely hysterical. I
mean, you're preaching to the choir.
That's bad. JD and Dari, she's way too classy to be up there with those boys. Like, she's way too classy. That's her, like, casting debut. She's never done it before. I was very proud of her, though I thought she was being a little too, like, stiff. Maybe she was nervous. And
yeah.
I'm like, where's my mom? This is not you. And then she talked some shit to JD, and I was like, there she is. But I'm impressed. I think it's awesome. I don't think I could ever do that. I can't imagine I would ever.
If I was on a screen, maybe. But,
Like, he is a beacon of elegance, isn't he? He's like the epitome of elegance. He's the...
Such elegance, such wow.
He's the personification of elegance. The embodiment. Embodied elegance, is that a thing? Can we make that a fragrance?
Well, that actually would.
That
fragrance name.
Yeah, you really should take a shot or two, to be perfectly honest. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you should take a shot or two.
5.
Yeah, you should take a shot or two. You'll loosen right up. It'll be good. But they're kind of stepping into new territory here, and I think they're doing a great job, and it'll continue to be, I've been throwing out ideas and stuff from my perspective because I'm a watcher. I made that a little weird too.
Are you into that voyeur? Okay.
Yeah, I'm a watcher, but I can see what's missing and what we should be including. But it's so good. It's good that they took it out of Blizzard's hands, where it used to happen at BlizzCon. The race happened at BlizzCon. And competitions and stuff from a raids perspective happened at BlizzCon. So they kind of took it out of Blizzard's hands in a sense, and I appreciate that they're doing that. I don't think people see the gravity of that situation. No, Rabbit and Mom Spaghetti or any other inference there. None. I knew it was coming. I saw it on your face. But I don't think people realize the gravity of the situation.
I got it singing in my head.
I don't think. Now, I was working on a project, and the project was supposed to be done before the World First Race started. But as we were diving into the project, I think we realized that it was actually better to wait and to take a different turn. So I'm, like, super excited. I can't tell anybody about it yet, but I'm really, really excited for the role that I get to play. It isn't anything important in the sense of, like, I'm not going to be sitting next to Dari at a caster desk. But weirder shit could happen. Like, maybe everybody could get malaria. I don't really know. I don't think I'm built for that life. I don't think I'm professional or boring enough to be able to do that kind of thing. I have a personality that is very grand in the sense of I don't have any chill.
That's good for casting.
I don't think so. I don't think they like that. I don't think they like Belle's personality.
Well, how do you explain Rich?
I can't, because of my affiliation and my association with Method. So I have to be nice or not at all.
Well, is that... Never mind.
I like him in certain
I think
things.
the big thing for you would also be just the traveling required.
I would do it in a heartbeat. But I could not be any version that they wanted me to be. It just is physically impossible. That's why I've never even, originally that's all I wanted. I didn't want to cast. I wanted to talk to people. I wanted to be the guy there with the microphones after so-and-so won and so-and-so lost. I wanted to be the one that talked to people. I don't want to necessarily cast because can you imagine me trying to remember every single trinket, talent, ability, and all those things as it's happening? But I wanted to be involved in a sense of, I want to hype and talk about stuff in between and do those things. But that time is long since passed, guys. I'm not Michelle Morrow. I'm not any of those people. And I'm okay with that. They are... I'm good. I'm good just doing my basic bitch videos and our mediocre podcast. Which, I mean, I think we're great, but biased. Yeah, honestly, those QAs are fucking bad. I think they probably planned the mythic stuff. I think I'm sure they planned that so that they don't fight each other. And I think the removing of the Heroes of the Storm stuff from that kind of element too meant less things that they had to schedule around, right? I don't actually know, but yeah, I don't know why you guys all still watch. And I'm not questioning your sanity because I love every one of you for your insane reasons. You guys sat through the last hour of constant fucking stream restarting. And if it were me, I'd have been like, deuces, bitch. I gotta go.
Peace.
And yet here you are. And it makes me feel super good. And I appreciate that. And Rem appreciates that. And I love you all for that. But, so, the stream will be back on. I think it's 1 o'clock my time and I'm mountain time, but it's 12 a.m. PST. So when you wake up, if you're not a night owl like me, make sure you turn on the stream, listen to it while you're in the car. Give them a view because it isn't really just method related. It's World of Warcraft. And that's really what I'm trying to support, to continue making this, great. And vote for me to be president of something. You better go have fun in that raid, Malu. It's nice to see you, buddy. Sorry the stream kept restarting. The internet hates me. All right. Guys, my can you not? My can you not is literally fuck the internet and can you not? Make me pay a ton of money every month for good internet only for it to just take a shit mid-show. Everybody knows how stressed out I am when it comes to tech issues. I don't like that. And then here we are trying to be podcasters on the internet, failing. But my real can you not? My real can you not? It originally was going to be on the auction house because I've had some frustrations with the auction house. But then I'm like, I can kind of do a little bit better than that. So my can you not? It's always the same version. Not version.
What do you mean?
I am out doing world quests for 3 world quests. I didn't realize that my war mode was off. And the only reason war mode was off was because before this raid tier, so last raid tier, this was actually my can you not towards the end of last week. The last raid tier going into Old Deer, if you were in... Yeah, don't be in war mode trying to go zone into that raid because it's gonna be it's a bad day. So I'm not in war mode. Now I'm out and there's it's wilderness. I don't even know where I was. I want to say that I was in Drusvar and it actually was Drusvar. I'm doing Order of Embers and I'm just minding my own business and here comes it wasn't even a horde though, guys. It was another alliance. And this guy comes over. Now, normally sometimes the stuff is shared, right? If someone clicks something, it'll still be there for you. In this instance, that wasn't the case.
Well, I was in a group then.
No, he was by himself.
No, I mean he was probably in a group that they're in the same general area.
It was literally just me and him in this whole spot, which is why I was irritated. He runs all the way over to my side. I at first assumed that it's shared. The fact that he ran up in front of me when I tried to click it told me, oh, it ain't shared. And I was right, it wasn't shared. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go to the other side. It was by the Fall Haven Pigs. I'm going to go to the other side. And I'm going to do some things over here. This motherfucker comes over, runs in front of me and clicks and takes off again. He was a druid. I have the screenshot somewhere because I took a screenshot of it. So then I think, okay, I'm going to just move over to the other side. I'm going to do this again.
You got to click on an item, that's why.
Here he comes, running all the way from the other side of where he's at and literally intercepts me again. So I politely, in Say Chat, tell him to fuck off. I know you don't think you can politely tell somebody. But you can. You can politely tell them to fuck off. So I did. I told him politely, just, can you please fuck yourself? He does the kiss emote. Can you not first be a little bitch? And you're on my side. You're on my faction side. And you go out of your way to come and click on some things so I can't click on them. And then, when I tell you to fuck off, you blow a kiss at me? I expect that from the opposite faction, guys, right? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I expect that from the opposite faction. So I'm mad, right? Because it's like when you make somebody mad and they're laughing at you. Or when somebody makes you mad and they're laughing at you and it makes you even madder. Like when I'm yelling, when I'm lecturing my son. And he just laughs at me. He just is like, Mom, you're not even scary.
No authority, yeah.
Yeah. It's terrible. It's terrible. What happens when the world ends? Guys, when this is the zombie apocalypse, you are going to be sorry that you came and clicked some shit that I was trying to click. Because I will not double tap for you, my dude. I will not waste the fucking bullets. I will run in the other direction unless you let your ass get eaten. I'm just saying, like, you have to think about those things. You have to think about, do you want me to help you when you're being chased by zombies? Or do you want me to just let them eat you? Because,
yeah, but if you don't help him, then that's just another zombie you have to kill. So either way, you're going to waste a bullet.
Yeah, you're right. Well, not if I trip him.
You're right.
That's...
You never have to be the fastest. You just have to be faster than the slowest person. Or just trip the fastest.
Right. And you don't even have to be, like, the strongest. You just have to be the smarter one. I'm all about reserves, too. Like, I'm not going to use stuff that I think I'm going to need now. I'm going to save that shit. So, Rem, let's talk about your Can You Not. I hope it's good.
I do not have a Can You Not.
What? Where'd it go?
It's somewhere.
Okay. Like somebody ate it, or?
Yeah.
Oh.
Somebody ate it.
Well,
somebody ate my homework.
At least I was semi-active in the Can You Not. I actually had quite a few that I could choose from, and I just chose, like, the better. You have a Can You Not? Okay, everybody that's watching live, you can put your Can You Nots, and we'll read your guys' Can You Nots, because those are important. But, for things to do in WoW, obviously, Season 2 started, so do your PvP things. Stay the fuck away from tanks. If you're a tank in arenas, you already know. I'm gonna say it again. That's probably where people get so bent out of shape when I start mentioning tanks in arenas, because it's usually those tanks in arenas. Guys, I don't know what's happened to my air conditioner. Turned off and like I'm sweating. I didn't put my cushion gel seat and my back thing back in from my video.
Cushion gel?
Well, like...
Oh, is it the Kensington stuff?
Yeah, so I was doing my video on the Kensington stuff. My test, because, you know, I use their shit. But this keeps my butt cheeks from sweating.
Fancy.
And it's normally what I sit in for show, but because I was doing the video, I had to take it out so that I could show it. So my butt cheeks...
It actually works?
Oh yeah, like here I'll even show you. Like you'll see the video because I did a video on it, and it was not a paid advertisement, guys, just so we're clear. But I wanted people to see some of the stuff that I have. But yeah, it's got like gel inside.
Huh.
It's memory foam, and then the gel's like sewn into the memory foam.
Interesting.
It's the best thing ever. Okay, so let's see. I'm looking right now at some Can You Nots. Let's see. Can you not require Parses Day 3 of Raid to join a group? Amen. Amen. And then here's Malou. Y'all motherfucking DPS need to stop pulling the elite big dudes in Mythic Expeditions into the tank. Guys, who would do that? And en masse even. Who would even do that? Rem?
I probably would.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Malou, if it was Rem, I apologize, because that's some shit he would do. Let's see. Can you not swap to an alt mid-raid so that you can get a specific piece of gear while we're running progression? Metal, it's funny that you would say that because that's actually a rule of mine. I actually don't allow that unless it's like an emergency and we're down a healer and we can't, like maybe we only have 2 healers and we have to have 3. But it's like, they have to convince me to do that. Like, they have to message me and I'll shoot it down and I'll say no. That's not fair to the other raiders. They have to message me to convince me. And then eventually I'll allow it, but I won't let them take gear. Because that's not, I am not a huge fan of that. Let's see. Yeah, Angie, we're the same. We have a fuck your alt too. Unless I needed your alt and I'm asking you to do a thing. But yeah, we pretty much don't. Greymane, can you not keep breathing, please? Get angry, stroke out, and die. For the horde.
Savage.
You're not wrong, though. I like Gen, and obviously I'm Alliance. But Kitty, you and I could be friends, even though I'm Alliance and you're Horde. Like, in my Star Trek game, I'm actually Belle the Banshee Queen. And my Alliance name is the Forsaken.
Wow.
It's Star Trek, so those two things don't really mix, but there's a story behind it, and it's because we are, in fact, the Forsaken. But it's kind of weird being, like, in any kind of realm associated with that. Oh, yeah, I play the Star Trek Fleet Command on my phone. It's kind of serious. I always try to get these phones to be casual. I get these games so that...
It's not possible for you.
For them to just be click things for me to do, and then I get involved with the people, and it just sucks me in.
So, you want to know how my casual phone games are now?
Do you have any phone games? But yeah, I do. I play it on my phone, and I'm admiral of an alliance, and I love my boys.
I do word searches.
Why am I not a man? Would you try to date me if I was?
Your butt goes there.
Yeah, but my butt's clean, kind of. I mean, I showered, so that's good. Yeah, the show is not the best we've ever had because the tech issues really made it difficult. I was trying to go for a really good show with lots of good information, and then here comes the fucking...
Well, it had good information, just DVD up into pieces.
Like the guild.
Oh.
How come when I do it, that's the response, but when you do it...
Because... I don't know.
I don't actually like Overwatch in general. I like the story, and like I've played with my husband a few times, but you don't want me on your team if you're any kind of like, even if you're semi-casual, you don't want me on your team. It's a bad day.
I mean, it would be hilarious to watch you.
I have really good mech placement for Diva. That's about all. It took me a long time to understand the concept of properly placing my mech, but once I got it, I got it.
Oh, the explosion.
Yeah, because I just thought it would go to people and explode on its own.
Oh.
There was a disconnect there.
When you first tried tanking? Yeah.
There was where I just thought stuff came to you. Finally, one day, somebody was like, do you even know what you're doing? I have no fucking idea, dude. I'm just here making it happen. Like, this is me fighting the good fight. And somebody showed me how to, what I need to, and when the proper time was, and all that kind of thing. But What you should really watch me play the other games that I play. I have rage with all of those. GTA, there's a lot of rage there. A lot, actually. Probably more rage than any other game, GTA, because people piss me off really quick. And it's usually 14-year-old kids. And then I'm like, oh, I feel bad because it's probably somebody's child.
Then I don't feel bad because they're still being a dick.
Yeah. No. I haven't really played much of anything else. I've just been doing WoW and Atlas pretty much daily. I split up basically my time, except raid days. It's mostly just WoW, but I'm enjoying Atlas quite a lot. Outside of World of Warcraft stuff, just because it's been fun. The only reason why I haven't been streaming is because I do my World of Warcraft stuff earlier in the day, so that way when the kids go to bed, I could do my Atlas stuff, because I was trying to do something before progression started, and we're pretty much almost done, kind of. But the only reason why I don't is because I don't stream non-WoW stuff on the channel. So normally when I would stream the WoW stuff would be earlier in the day. But there's been a lot of times this week where I PvP'd and I probably could have streamed it, and I feel like a dick for not doing so, actually. I'll try to be better. I'll try to be better about that. Like, when you say mythic, you talk about, like, mythic dungeons? Because I'll mythic dungeon all day long.
Yeah.
Except, what's that dungeon I hate, Rem?
There's a bit of them. Tall Desire is the one that pops in my head.
The green shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, zombies constantly throwing shit out, you know.
Yeah. I don't mythic raid. The reason I don't mythic raid is because I don't have the ability.
It isn't like Motherload either.
Motherload doesn't really, like, it isn't my favorite, but Motherload isn't as bad. I don't know.
Last one was Ivashara, now it's Tall Desire.
We're 4-9 normal. We would have been 5-9 had 4 of the raiders showed up to raid on Monday. Which, that reminds me, lots of people have asked about raiding, and I got an in-game message from someone and said, like, hit me up on my Discord, because Discord's going to be, like, the best place to get a hold of me. And if y'all want to raid, I just need you guys to come and raid. It's that simple. Like, I can't chase people. But I really like the raid. I appreciate I think visually it's great. What was that? I actually really like the treasure guy. What's his name?
Opulence.
I actually really like that whole setup of things. It's a shit show, and it's a lot to remember, but for some reason, it's one of those where even though there's a lot going on from room to room, it's one of those things that I understand.
Did you know that opulence actually means great wealth or luxuriousness?
Yeah, he's a giant, like, coin cache.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy that fight.
Oh, wait, we did get that.
The Grong fight I really liked. I thought that was fun.
Oh, the Grongda. Yeah, that one was actually fun, yeah.
And what is it, Jade Mist, Jade Fire, Jade...
It's the Jade Fire Masters.
Yeah, I really like those too.
Yeah, opulence is very elegant.
Mm-hmm. You're right. Eloquent also.
Mm-hmm.
I have not came into a fight yet that I don't like. I'm interested to see, like, I kind of know already, like, some stuff that I shouldn't, as far as, because the fights are from different perspectives, but they're not really, yeah. Anyway, I am enjoying it so far. Probably not going to like Jaina. And whatever boss
method
with you stuck
saying
on.
that you now like her, though, so you can't backtrack on that.
What were they stuck on? Tinker? Pretty sure Tinker was who they were stuck on.
Oh, Mechatorque?
Yeah, I think they were... I'm pretty sure that was the blocker boss. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, there was a couple guilds that were stuck on, was it 3 of 9?
If they can't do it, I know for sure I can't do it. But I have to tell you that I am a pretty good raider. because I don't die very often anymore. Once I started actually like applying myself, you know when I'm paying attention to raid and when I'm not, because it's obvious that if I'm paying attention or if I've squirreled. If there's a lot going on in the background because of my kids, it gets pretty bad. But I mean, my DPS is amazing. Well, okay, it isn't amazing, but it actually is pretty good. They were even talking about Destro on the stream today. I seen quite a few multiple Destro locks in these mythic runs, by the way, the mythic race.
That didn't happen.
Multiple Destro locks and multiple Shadow Priests. I don't know, Rem, if you're aware of that.
The Shadow Priest, yes. I didn't see any Destro on any of the rosters.
Okay, the reason my skin is smooth on Snapchat is because of filters, Blow. You know this. My skin is smooth because of Snapchat filters. To see me in real life, all of these are lines. I know you can't see it because I'm far away from the camera for a reason. Girls know how to angle so that we look our best. But I'm old. Like, there's a lot of weathered happening here. And I don't do...
Oh, I looked in the mirror the other day, Sam, and I don't know who the hell that is, Belle. And I had, like, creases next to my eyes. I was like, what the hell is that?
Malou, are you guys on heroic or normal? I'm assuming heroic. You guys are the elites, right? So I assume heroic. Listen, I'm 37 fucking years old. I'm 37 and oh, just normal. I'm very surprised that you guys are on normal. Come on. Every single one of you on the raid team, I know your capabilities. I'm very surprised that you guys are not all halfway to
living on a prayer.
Yeah. You guys didn't do mythic in Old Deer? I think it's because Cash was busy having his wife make me delicious bread. I ate 3 out of 4 tins of it. I literally just stuck a fork in one of the tins and just, like, it went with me places and I just ate right out of the tin.
Amazing.
Yeah, we cleared Heroic Cahoon 3 weeks ago. To be fair, it's not my fault. Like, we don't really have enough raiders. We don't really have them. Trying to get dedicated raiders that actually show up for raid, you know, it's a struggle. We don't really have. I have to fight for getting raiders. The only reason why I haven't just given up on it is because I have a good raid lead and, you know, he's capable and he's bringing people from his guild.
He's really capable, yeah.
His raid guild. So, you know, we're okay with that. We don't have any. I like Mythic Pluses though. Those are fun. Well, I would like you to. Yeah, they are all on Taliesin's team. I love Taliesin. He just aged too. He just had a birthday. I think we had a birthday within a day of each other. I don't actually know with timey-wimey. But I've enjoyed it raiding, although I don't like sitting still. I enjoy being able to do those things with the guild. And it's, you know, it's felt kind of fun. So on my to-do list this week, I promise I'm going to make an attempt to stream more. I'm here, and it's just stupid that when I'm doing stuff, I just don't throw on the stream because there's nothing stopping me. I don't know.
You just got to get over the fact that you can pick your nose on stream.
I don't even care about that anymore. It just doesn't it doesn't occur to me.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I should just do it. I sit here and I'm gaming. It just doesn't occur to me. Pigs do fly. They do fly. So I will make that. Well, and I have things going on with the channel next week too, because it's going to be Gamer Checks is actually going to be streaming too. So he'll motivate me to want to stream. So don't you worry about that. We'll fight the good fight and we'll do it together. Guys, I apologize that the show towards the second half was kind of crap. But yeah. I'm going to be on Azeroth Roundtable tomorrow, which it'll be live. I think it's 6 my time. I'm actually not sure, but I will be on Azeroth Roundtable tomorrow to go hang out with Ben and John. God help them. For some reason, they like me. If I was me, I wouldn't like me. But John's our kind of people, so, like, I'm interested in that. Next week, I think there was something I was going to do this week regarding PvP. I think I was testing something so that I could talk about it next week, but I lost it. It's like gone. Yeah, I probably should. I just need to quit being a scrub. I also stream, like, if I were to do it, it's usually, like, it's either going to be really early in the day or it's going to be really late in the day. Most of you guys don't care about late in the day because a lot of you are night owls, but I'll just try to get in a more habit. There's no reason I don't. I'm literally just sitting here. I cannot think of one good reason for me to not do it. I don't have an excuse. It isn't a lot of work because, let's be honest, I'm not professional. I don't want to be anybody important because I just want to be me. And I don't even stream for the purpose of streaming. I usually just stream to hang out with you guys. That's honestly the only reason I do it. So, I just don't, the streaming, there's many people that are making a living doing it, and I'm good.
Yeah.
I am fucking director of a corporation. I am good. Like, life has won. I am sitting in a method chair that I didn't pay for, and I am living a version of my dream. It isn't the actual dream, but it's a version. And sometimes you just have to be okay with that. You have to
take it where you can.
Yeah, you just have to be okay with that. You just have to be the best version of you can be. That's my life advice for you guys today. If you're feeling frustrated because you feel like you want more things or you just feel like you can't get a grasp on life, just take comfort in the things that you have and always work for more, but just see the blessings that you have. And I'm not even just talking about a God thing. Maybe some of you don't believe in God, and that's okay, because for many years I didn't either. Just don't forget to see the things that you do have and just realize that you can be whatever success story you want to be, because you're the one that writes it. So, guys, you're just making my ego shoot through the roof. Stop it. My ego. Oh, Kurt, question mark? Let me double check real quick. I want to make sure. I don't even think I told Rem about this. Guys, you guys might not know this, but Rem and I haven't spoken all week. It isn't because we're not friends. It's because I don't know what he does with his life. And I have been just mentally...
I've been just mentally broken from work. I'm usually not this busy, but Tuesday I was in Hallsbrook and then Sholo. These people, no one knows these cities except you.
Holbrook.
Huh?
Holbrook.
I thought it was Holsbrook. Either way.
It's Holbrook. Holbrook and Sholo. There's a line that literally separates the city.
Yeah, no, I used
to buy my weed up there. That's the only reason I know.
You can put your weed in there. And then I had to drive down to Sholo to help someone else out. I was going to be home like at 3. I was done with my installation early.
I'm pretty sure you don't work on Thursdays, right?
No, this was Tuesday.
Oh.
I was done with my installation early and had to run down to Sholo, and I ended up getting home at 1 in the morning. And then, but I did make good money on the mileage though, so that was good. But
did you lie about your money? No, we're not fighting. So here's the thing about me and Rem. There isn't really anything left to fight about. We have fought about everything 2 human friends could possibly fight about that aren't sleeping together. And that's reality. And even things that we probably, I mean, literally, I'm trying to think, we've literally fought about everything. Every single thing, there has been a fight about it. Once you've passed all that, there is nothing left to fight about.
Yeah, that's kind of like, okay.
There isn't anything. He has his life, I have mine, and it's okay. I'm in the same place every night. I sit in the same place. I sit in the same Zoom call. Everybody knows where to go to find me. I do my same thing every evening. I don't change my situation. It's the same every night. Sometimes I'm busy and not really talking, but I'm still here. Other people will go and live their lives, and they know that when they're ready, I'll be right here. 2 weeks ago, I sent Rem a text message and just said, I don't have the mental capacity to chase my friends, but I'm here. Come hang out. I'm in the same place every night. I'm not ignoring you. I'm not mad at you. I'm not trying to whatever, and I'm not talking to you. It doesn't occur to me because my mental capacity just isn't there.
You know, I just been trying to get in a good spot with the new workflow, because when I have a lot of services, like yesterday I didn't get home till 10, so it's just some days are early, some days aren't, and I'm just finding a good balance for that. It just this week was bad.
No. And I just don't, like, I'm trying to continue to get a grasp on my new job, or my new
Are you
role.
still getting praise without knowing what you're doing?
oh, every day, but I'm actually doing stuff now. Like, we're getting down to the where it's starting to click what ownership I have, and it's starting to, it was tough being told to reorganize a department.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a lot of pressure for sure.
I'm like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. You want me to tell other people what the fuck to do? Get out of here. I'm starting to get a grasp on it. There's less meetings, meaning I'm only on the phone like 4 times a day instead of 7. I'm bringing on another guy who I'm out of the box bringing on somebody who needs very little training except just in our
Oh,
stuff.
is it that one guy you mentioned a while ago?
Yeah, he's way, I mean, I don't even know how I'm pulling this off because I should be paying him more, but I had a headhunter because I wanted something specific to make it easier on me, but yeah, sometimes I just don't have the mental bandwidth, and at my stage in my life right now, it's just not there. I don't have mental bandwidth for people that irritate the fuck out of me, so they're not my friends anymore, and that's okay. Rip the 2 fallen ones recently, and I'm okay with that because I'm gonna have more that will come and go in a lifetime, and it really is okay. So no, Rem and I aren't fighting, but we're good. He's busy. I'm equally busy. I think we went a whole week without even speaking, but it wasn't because either one of us were mad. It just didn't occur to either one of us.
I've been dead. Like,
But there's just nothing that occurred there.
Mm-hmm.
We were both in game, not speaking to each other, but we were both gaming. But that just, yeah. So, all is well and all is right. Oh, it's just in regards to why Murky isn't on the show anymore, and
home record.
I'm gonna stop right there because the candid me, like, we were about to no filter, and I probably should not.
Yeah, it's all the credits.
Malou, you know how I am as a person, man. You know what happens when people step outside of that.
It's a circle of trust, fucker.
I have morals and ethics. Not many left in my age, but I stand behind something firmly, and I don't bend my morals for suiting my own purposes because...
Yeah, some people bend over for those morals, though.
That's not a bad thing, though.
I mean, depending on what... I don't know. Anyways.
And yes, everybody has a red line, and
everyone has a price.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Malou, I want to introduce you to Blow. Blow, I want to introduce you to Malou. You two are similar. Be friends. I'm not even lying either. Like, you two are very similar. Picking up what I'm putting down. Like, you two would be great friends. Blow, Malou is good people. Malou and his sister were in my guild for a very, very long time, and the only reason he's not now is because he outgrew me. And I'm not, it doesn't even hurt my feelings, but you two would be besties. I don't know if you'd be as close as you and Yaz, but I think the 3 of you would probably be pretty good friends. Blow's good people, so go forth and be...
Prosper.
Friendly, prosperous. Stay off Tinder, guys. Just stay off Tinder. I saw a news story yesterday on Tinder, and it freaked me out. So just swipe.
What news story?
It's just some weird shit about swiping and someone being in someone's living room, and the whole thing freaked me out.
Oh, is it that one where it's that chick was texting the person nonstop and then broke into his house?
He knows that already, though. He knows we know that. Like, Yaz knows that I would know. Yaz knows that I would probably say that.
I mean, I met Shit, what's his name? Nicolas Cage's sister on Tinder. I'll send you a picture of when I saw.
Does it look just like him?
Yes.
That's terrible. I miss Yaz. Give Yaz my love. I miss you guys sometimes. I say sometimes. I mean, I still talk to, like, Cash. I talk to him pretty often. And his wife still sends me delicious bread. And I got to hang out with Cash at BlizzCon, and I had a blast. But, yeah, I miss all of you guys every day. So that's good. Other than that, now that we made it super weird, yeah, be friends. Blow Maloo exchange Discords and be friends, because you guys are twins. Kind of. He really does belong on a mythic team. He really should be in a world first guild, to be perfectly honest, or a world first race guild. His talent is certainly wasted because he's out of this world. And Maloo, you'll be happy to know that I am a great healer. I heal on my monk, and I'm actually a really good monk healer.
I can attest to that. I will endorse that statement.
I wish I could do it for a main, but Destro. Destro! Yeah, you guys be friends, because I collect similars. Have you noticed that, Rem?
Yeah.
I collect similars, and I love that. I do, because it's my jive. But, like, I collect similar groups. Like, I have a whole slew of Canadians that they're...
That is weird. We do have a lot of Canadians.
I collect certain groups of people that I jive with, and it's always the same. Very rarely is it stepped outside of that box of what my different groups are. And I dig that vibe because it's good for me. So I will do Mythic Pluses with you. We're still friends, or I'm pretty sure we're still friends on... Are we friends on Battle.net? I feel like we are. Pretty sure we are. I don't delete people from Battle.net unless I don't know who they are, and I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? But,
Who the fuck?
yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't remove you because I think yours is... I'll have to check. If something weird happens, just message me on Discord, which I guess I could just give the Discord here for you guys. It doesn't really matter. You just join the Discord. We have a Discord that you probably... I've been trying to get the Discord more active in terms of, like, getting people in there. Don't I have a command for Discord? I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I have 2. You guys wanted bots. Now I got many. Okay?
Many bots. Handle it.
I have many bots. But, Discord's going to be a next source of focus for social. So I'm trying to be able to, like, organize doing fun things in there as groups for random stuff. And remember, I told you guys about my movement. I haven't been able to think about the movement as far as what I'm going to call it, but we're gonna, I did do it. I promised Max that I would do it, and I did. Or no, it wasn't Max, it was Kawaii. Max on his Twitter. Kawaii in game. What?
Treat stream.
Oh, the iTreats. Thank God Kawaii isn't in chat. Hold on, let me just double check and make sure Kawaii isn't in chat. Thank God Kawaii is not in chat. Fuck. Someone reminded me about the Spotify update. I'll make sure that I update the description of the show. But I'm going to go ahead and I have to end the show because I have to fix and chop up the stuff, and I have to... Now the internet's totally fine. Ever since I called.
Yeah, that's been solid for the past hour. Yeah.
Yeah, like what was happening, and now everything's good.
It's weird.
They're gonna fix that shit tomorrow. But Azeroth Roundtable tomorrow. I'll probably stream a little bit of World of Warcraft stuff, and later this week I'll probably do a mix of World of Warcraft and Atlas shit, just because, like, I'm pretty honest about that's my second game right now.
Noches.
That's my second game I'm playing right now, just because I wanted to be a pirate. Because me, yeah. And I'm not on a private server. I'm on Republic. I'm not PvP either. It's too much. too much for me. But
Yeah.
probably won't stream the Atlas stuff on the Pwnecast one, though. I'll probably just stream that one on the private one. I don't like doing non-WoW stuff on the... Even though everybody says they don't care, I just have always... It's always felt weird to me. I felt like I got we got unfollows when I streamed like a couple random shits. I think I did Arc once, and I think I did some other stuff. But I feel... I don't know. I'll get over it. Okay, guys. Now it's just going to get worse from here. Rem?
Yeah.
We expect you to be a lot more lively next week, okay?
Okay.
This is my life, guys. I love you all. Every one of you. Support Method stream. Watch. Give it a view. Give it a listen. Give it a...
Thumbs up.
Taco.
Smash that follow button.
Smash that like button. Write to Blizzard and tell Blizzard to make me a taco stand in game. That's the only... I mean... I need to be a taco. A taco cart. Like anything. Malou, give my love to everyone. Give my love to everyone except for Milk. Milk can fuck off. But everybody else, please tell them I love them. Tell Yaz I love and miss him. Okay, bye.
Bye. Seriously, check your phone. It's Nicolas Cage, bro.
Nicolas Cage! Guys, it's Nicolas Cage! Oh, Kurt. I got your email. I'll reply to you, but I just wanted you to know I got your email, Kurt. He played with Jim back on Blackrock, by the way, Kurt.
Oh. Oh, was that the day that he used to work
I think
with?
that's who Jim's... Yeah, Jim, I think he...
Is either his work with or his roommate or something.
Jim randomly spoke up in the guild Discord earlier, which was... I didn't even know he was still in there, but that was nice to see him. Jim might be dead, guys. I think he's in a Pokemon chokehold. You think I should turn off the stream? Should I just let it go?
Oh, it's up to you.
I'll just let it go until I start snoring. We're 347 world rank guild.
It's a great number.
In terms of
Solid.
Battle of the Zaralor. So we're clear. Guys, we're famous.
Very solid.
You don't know what we're famous for, but we're famous. Where's the button?